Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Tonight we have a special guest. Psychic Violetta is with us.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
so much.
being. Oh,
Thank you. Diane, you are such a sweetheart. I know why people love you because you are so open to the
oh,
universe, to people. It is the sweetness in you.
oh. Well, thank you, and I appreciate you. Doing a live with me on a Friday night, giving up your Friday night to be here with all of us. And
I was working today at the store, but it's the good thing, to be busy all when you are getting out of age.
it's hard to be busy no matter what age, I think. But yeah, as you get older, I'm sure. But I have to tell everybody something that I didn't know. All those paintings behind Violetta, she painted. She did all of that. I thought there was just beautiful things that you had collected through the years.
No, I
I
was lucky that I had time 25 years ago. when,
I mean, they're gorgeous.
and for 22 years, we have a store. So 5 years I was able to spend on enjoying the time to paint.
Right. Wow. Beautiful. So obviously there's so much in the news right now. It's almost like I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
today I was at the store. So I know that Murdoch's story was on, but I was not able to watch it.
oh yes. So okay, I wasn't sure if you had been following the Alex Murdoch story.
I
Uh,
started many months ago, over a year ago, when its first time was, and I started, and I got a nearly problem with YouTube because they didn't want to monetize me.
Sometimes, see, that's if you do some of these real relevant current cases that's active,
And
they don't like it. They
yeah, and you use the word M, which is very much like his family name.
right, yes, yes, I've had similar issues. So what we'll say is it's for entertainment purposes only. But I thought maybe we could look at the outcome because today was the day that he completed testimony in the trial.
Uh-huh. And I'm
So
not aware what was, because I came home, I did we eat the dinner, and there was just tiny bit on the news.
mm, so you haven't, all right, so it's kind of like a
No,
little bit
that's
cold.
okay. We don't have to know
Exactly.
so you can ask me question, and then I can ask you, and
Sure. Absolutely. So,
I get so many.
so yeah, so let's take a look at this. What do you think is going to be the outcome for him, for Alex?
Three. Oh, can you count to three? I will close
I
my eyes. I will have a picture first, and then I will tell you what the cards are saying.
Sure. One, two, three.
He will think that he is swimming on a ponton
Mm.
and that he is fine, and then the ponton will sink. Pontoon or whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
A pontoon boat. Yeah, like one of those pontoon boats. Yeah.
He took the risk because 2 days ago his lawyer didn't even, or 3 days ago his lawyer didn't even knew that he wants to testify.
Yes. Right.
So the risk taker. We will learn all about the money, and that will be the damaging part of his. And angel of work and excitement will probably, the prosecutor will be able to prove time by time, line by line. So many things doesn't make sense. Who will
No.
go to the farm where there are loose dogs running loose?
Mm.
And who will be
Right.
brave enough to shoot those two people who are the owners of those dogs?
Agreed. Yeah, the story doesn't really make sense. And I was surprised on the news when they said today he has 99 other cases. Now they're all having to do with money, but he
Yeah.
has 99 other cases against him.
And 10
That's
million,
incredible.
$10 million he took from people. That's a lot of money.
It's unbelievable.
I'm working so hard and I have 12
Right.
and a half million viewers. And it is, hard work.
Right.
So it
I
is,
agree.
I can compare how much it takes to just accomplish that. And it's each time, sometimes it's 10,000 views, sometimes like yesterday was little, much
Right.
smaller. But it is all the time that you are adding few times a week. And
Oh yeah.
so I was preparing questions for myself about Murdoch. So I will have more tonight because tonight I will be doing my own video for tomorrow morning.
Okay. Okay.
I have a typical question for you.
Alrighty.
It is about psychic, I think. I didn't plan it, but when I was coming home, I thought, why not? No one is talking about this. Do you experience sometimes the moments that you are arguing with your spirit guy, with the messages that they are sending you? Like today, I had
Yes.
all the gentlemen, and I'm doing a regular reading for him at the store, and he's asking me. I said, "Well, you want to be in love, and you want to be in a serious relationship." And first look, you don't think, "Oh gosh, no." You're like that. I know he's not watching me, so I can say. Very nice guy. Very nice. But you don't think when you are saying, and I'm saying what the cards are telling me, and then I'm
Mm.
asking him, uh, and he is asking me how the girl will look like, and I'm telling him red hair,
Mhm.
beautiful, young, vibrant, argumentative, blah blah blah, and he's showing me the picture from his iPhone. But my mind was saying me, gosh, girl, don't go too crazy. Like, your logic mind is stopping you. Don't you have that moment that your logic is
Yes.
argumentative with you? And then you
Yeah.
think, okay, but spirit guy wants me to say what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing. And
Yeah.
it is that dilemma. So often I have that, and I'm always saying, okay, go crazy, girl. Go say what you're supposed to say. Don't
Right.
take any responsibilities. And most of the time is the correct answer.
Yes. You have to trust yourself.
You have to be like,
Yeah.
do you experience a lot of those moments that you are? My spirit guy, his name is Munok, and I'm telling him, Munok, are you sure?
I mean, now that I'm older, I don't argue as much. I just kind of go with it. But I mean, like a real, I mean, a time that I literally argued with my guide and everybody could see it. Um, with my first marriage, my guides had said, "Don't do it, don't do it." My guide kept telling me, "Don't, like this is going to be the worst mistake of your life. Don't do it." And so, and of course, I mean, I was in my 20s, I knew it all. And, I'm like, oh no, I've known him forever. It's going to be fine. If you watch my wedding video, you'll see me start to walk forward, and my guide is literally pulling me back. You'll see me take a step backwards. Like my guide literally was like, don't do it. And I'm like arguing, like in my head, like, stop it. Like everyone's watching me. I have to go forward with this. But now that I'm older, I've learned to just trust. I mean, my guides were right. Yeah, that probably wasn't the greatest experience of my life. But I find a lot when I do mediumship work that those in spirit will like send me messages that don't make sense to me. Like I had one that just kept sending me daffodils. And so finally I was like, look, I don't know why, your husband keeps telling me to tell you about daffodils, but it sounds crazy. And she goes, oh no, we planted all these daffodils for him all around the grave. And it's like, oh, okay, all right. So I just kind of try to trust. But yeah, you get those moments where your logical brain comes in and says, okay, this doesn't make sense, and you argue.
And that's, and I didn't ask any other psychics, and I thought, why I don't ask you that question, because it is something that the moments are like unpredictable.
It's true. Yeah. Like people think it's so great, like being psychic, like you know everything all the time, and it's just a perfect life. And it's like, oh no, 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 no.
I was going to ask you what the outcome of Murdoch. So I was reading your mind.
See, we made a psychic connection there. I love it. I love it. But no, I think everyone that's psychic, we all go through that. That's why when I teach my classes, it's like I always tell them, just trust and validate. Validate whatever you get. Just put it out there, because it'll make sense to somebody. It may not make sense to you, but that's okay.
Yeah. And Christine Creeley, thank you, Christine and Phil. Do you see a good outcome for Chicago? Because they have the election right now.
Oh, wait, what's going on in Chicago?
The elections for the mayor.
Oh, yes, okay.
And children are not safe playing in their yards at the schools. Economic is poor, and people are complaining and leaving the city. Would the next mayor be a winner or be a hero or loser?
Okay, so the one that gets voted in is not the one that you really want, apparently. This is not going to be the one that's going to have that passion, that drive, that enthusiasm. And I end up with like the Three of Swords here. So I'm going to say, and I know nothing about this person. This is a very cold read for me, but I'm going to say whatever it is that we want to have accomplished for the highest good, it's not going to happen yet. Not this round.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Now I'm ready for your question.
Okay.
Shoot me.
So today marks the 1-year anniversary with the whole
Ukraine.
war with Ukraine and and Russia. Do you see? I call him Vlad. Do you see Vlad backing down at some point this year and everything ending? The war ending.
Okay. 3 cards, please.
1, 2, 3.
I see him laying and holding hand, like, when people are very sick or wounded.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, people will stop trusting him.
Right.
He is strong. He will try to dominate the country with his strength, and he will be still running. Oops, wrong hands. So he will be running with with the strong fist, but people will stop trusting. Time is, very hard to predict that will be this year.
Right.
See him eventually being defeated and laying very often in the museums or cathedrals in Europe, you see someone laying on the crypt, and they have something like usually the hand's supposed to be that, but I think once bishop was holding the hand up.
Interesting. Yeah, because I don't see him having good health. I feel like he's actually quite sick.
Well, I bet he is getting so many stem cells to rejuvenate him. He is going transfusion from young boys because that's what they do in Russia.
Right,
so
I've heard that.
They will, and it was for for many years ago. Even they were doing that. But eventually, I think his body will start to deteriorate, and he apparently has a Parkinson, and Parkinson is making people crazy.
It can cause a dementia, right? Yeah,
and vision, hallucinations.
Yes. Yeah, it can cause hallucinations and delusions. And because he was once, I mean, even though I think most of us didn't like him and we didn't like his policies, but he was sharp.
He
He
was
was
very
ex KGB.
logic. He was
Yes.
very logical, and
Right.
not
Yeah. And now it's just, yeah, it's not the same.
no.
All right.
So now it's me.
It's you.
Will Kamala Harris run for VP again in 2024, or Biden will pick someone else?
I think she will. I do. Because I've always seen her going on to do even more, to eventually even like be president. I felt like she's going to have a strong future. So I think she will, but let's double check because I haven't read on this for a little bit. All right, let's see. Yeah, so she comes up the first card, the star card, which is one of my cards for the US. Um, it's also a card of like faith and hope and achieving your dreams, wishes coming true. But I think there's a bit of her that's sort of like, I don't know if I want it on the other hand, because I think it's a lot of stress. I think she is probably at times very tired. Um, I have gotten in the past with her that she does need to rest more than what she does. But ultimately, yeah, here she is, I think, assuming a leadership role. I mean, she gets two queens here. So yeah, I think so. What do you think she's going to?
I don't know when, but I have the feeling that one day she will have breast cancer.
Oh, interesting.
That's what, whenever I see her face, I'm always feeling, I don't know why.
Oh, interesting. Right.
And that worries me.
Right, of course. Yes. Yeah, that's something that I'll have
No,
to
that
pay
is my
attention to.
business, but I'm just feeling that, and
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. So let's see. Oh gosh, there's so much.
So now it's your turn to ask me.
Yes, yes. So the train crash in Ohio, I don't think they're being as transparent as they could be. I don't think they're being as honest with people as they need to be. I think I do think the water is contaminated, and I'll just say it's for entertainment purposes only, right? We're not scientists, we're not doctors. But I am afraid of it getting into the water table, getting into the rivers, because all of our rivers, for the most part, except for kind of like us in New England,
We
for
have
the
to,
most part, it's all connected.
yeah.
And even going up, north up your way. So what do you kind of see for like the outcome of this once they do their investigations? What are you seeing for this?
The outcome will be that they will have, I said a long time, first time that I was asked about this, that there will be acid rains because everything went to the sky and we all are breathing the same air. We all are
Right.
drinking the same way water that it was for 1,000 years around us.
Right.
So we're all sharing this. And can you count to three, please?
Sure. 1, 2, 3.
I see ambulances. So this will be a lot of people sick. A lot of people will be, lives will be devastated because of that. And sickness will be the main thing.
I
Because
agree.
so many other chemicals, there was ammonia. We had many years ago ammonia, about 50 or more, 22 years ago, ammonia train accident next to our city, Red Deer. So it was before New Year. So yeah, we were not supposed to stay in our houses, but we couldn't take our dog to the shelter, and so we stayed with her.
Right. Yeah, I would do the same.
We thought the kids are out, the kids will move out, and I
Yep.
thought we want to be with her.
Right.
Nothing happened to us. And with ammonia, they use water and they were kind of diluting the chemicals. But over there in Ohio, they have so many different trains.
Yeah. Right.
Um,
It's
I feel
serious.
the governor from Ohio was not transparent with people. He was telling them, no, no, everything is good. No, it's not good.
No. No, he's on TV drinking the water, and every time I see, him doing these kinds of things, it's making me rather nervous. Because what I'm getting psychically is that this is serious, and people are going to end up getting sick for years.
They should have made the decision. That's my decision card at the
Mm,
beginning. They were standing
yeah,
on the cliff. They should go, one direction or another, but they should pursue the decision making. The battle is going on to be for so long, the dragon on the ground. And the journey is going to be very, very hard on those people. So it's not that it
yeah,
will be easy. And
no,
eventually the governor will be, you know, people will be against the governor. We were using tap water in our home for a long time, and we have the see-through kettle, the glass one,
oh yeah,
and had to take the stone from the kettle all the time with vinegar. So every few
um,
days I was cooking the vinegar to take the stone out of the kettle. Now we are using Brita, to
yes,
filtrate the water, and there is no stone on the kettle.
oh wow,
You know,
okay,
so even if someone can use the filters at home,
hmm,
it's always better than not using.
yeah,
And we have nice tasty water. It wasn't anything wrong with the taste, like in Europe. The taste sometimes in some cities is horrific, especially in Wrocław, where
oh
I was
really,
from. The water was very nasty, smelly, and So over
uh,
here it's good, but it still is a lot of
right.
stone. So that's my advice. And I always have some remedies at the end of the videos.
Right. Yeah. Even here where I live, the water report isn't great. We have a really high level of manganese. And if I drink too much of the tap water, I get a stomach ache. So I always drink some kind of filtered water or, natural water that I,
Yeah.
that I purchase because it just doesn't taste right anymore. It doesn't feel quite right. It makes you feel kind of funny. And so I can only imagine what they're going through in Ohio.
Okay. Now I'm asking you. Yeah.
You are, yes.
Torah, that's the name of the late someone who asked the question. Can you
Okay.
tell about all that she wrote nuclear, but I think it's mercury poison put on the Arctic Sea? I found out that there is some mercury
Oh,
poison frozen in the ice,
okay.
and it can be very dangerous for part of Yukon, Nunavut, Danish, Gilbla, and North Pole. So that's the
Mm,
area that all of them can be, affected by the mercury when the ice will be melting. What do you see about
right.
that? I
So
know
let's
you
see.
don't know about this. I'm sorry that I'm. But
Yeah, no, no, because you know what though, the tarot's always right anyways. I always feel like the cards always know. I don't have to know.
yes,
Um, yeah, I do feel like there is something there. I am picking up on something. Okay, so this is interesting. So something is going to happen and something is going to change before it normalizes, but it will eventually normalize. but very slowly. Like, so this is not something that's going to happen anytime soon, but, like you get the card of just like poverty and like, just negativity, with the card of stability being the obstacle. So that tells me, okay, yeah, things are going to destabilize. The ice is going to melt. That is going to be a problem. This is going to be a drastic change, and things will eventually normalize, though. But these are some pretty slow moving cards overall. So yeah, I think there is definitely, because I am picking up on something being there that I didn't, because I never really paid attention to that before. So yeah, I'm picking up on something is there, and but I think they're going to do something.
So
Like, I
they will
don't.
be able to control somehow
Yes,
some ways.
because I don't feel panicked about it. Um, I feel like it's going to balance itself out somehow, but with assistance. Not. I shouldn't say all by itself, but yeah, with assistance.
Mhm. Okay, another question for me.
Okay. So this one's been all over the news. China supporting Russia, not supporting Russia. It's been kind of going back and
I
forth.
don't have a question for you like that. I thought, oh, that would be nice to hear that answer.
Because they said, they wanted a ceasefire, but then some of our military intelligence is saying yes, but they're planning on shipping some drones and some various things over to Russia. So yeah, so do you think China is actually going to help Russia with the whole Ukrainian war?
I just came at 5 o'clock, so there was some news today that there was some conflict between USA and Chinese planes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So this one is how will be the situation between China and Russia? Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
the cards.
One, two, three.
They will be holding the gun to us. So it is that they will be sabotaging, controlling, because if someone is holding gun to your head, you feel vulnerable. So
Mm-hmm.
China will be using the power to scare us, the West. So they will be trying to get advantage for themselves.
Right.
If we don't deal with them, then you have to give us something for something. So yes, a lot of emotion, a lot of work,
Yep.
and down. It will be one moment we will be happy, another we are not happy, and yeah, those two guys will have to communicate about money and about the work that they will put. So Xi and Biden, they will have to communicate better. So
Mm-hmm.
but they have gone to sabotage the USA because
Yeah.
they want to go to Taiwan.
They do. They want Taiwan very
So
badly.
I knew that. I'm so surprised that they didn't go yet because long time ago it was looking like they were ready to attack before even the Olympic. I thought that the Olympic will be finished, and
Right.
then Putin moved. And
I think it's because they're watching what's happening with Russia, and they're seeing, okay, Russia's getting no support from anybody. It's going very badly. Russia's losing a ton of money. It's not working out for them. So I think China's thinking, well, it didn't work out for Russia. It's probably not going to work out so great for us either.
yeah, but they were afraid to do anything because they had that problem with COVID.
Right.
So they were blocking people from being on the street, so they didn't attack. But now they are more eager to start going there. So now it's your turn to ask me question. Oh, no, I was answering. Now it's for
Yes,
you.
you're answering. That's for me.
And this one is different. I was checking the news today, and in southern Japan, big ball made out of iron,
Yeah.
1.5 meter big, round, in dimension 1.5 meter dimension, walks, shows up on the beach, and how they were first checking for X-rays if there was any damage, dangerous minerals. What do you think about this mystery ball?
I don't think it's dangerous. Because
Okay.
I just see it being like attached to a ship or something, having something to do with a ship.
Yeah, I think
Um,
that I saw that the hook on it, so there was the anchor,
okay.
like anchor.
Yeah, the cards are kind of neutral. Like okay, so like something that we're just gonna kind of walk away from. Like this kind of isn't a big deal. Like this isn't something that's going to really have any effect on us. Um, we still have like more to learn. Like I don't know if they're being fully transparent about what it is, but I think it's just something kind of harmless, like almost, I don't know if I want to say like a buoy or an anchor or like something that would go onto a boat somehow. And then kind of like nothingness.
Uh,
So I think this is a story that'll just kind of go away because it's okay. Like I'm getting like a very neutral feeling about this. It's not something that I'm worried about.
Okay, that's good. I didn't thought that it's very but it is sometimes people likes to know those
Yes, it's
nicknames.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, to say the least. Oh gosh. So Fox News. So obviously they have that big lawsuit, coming up, with
With
Dominion
Tommy.
suing for 1.5 billion. And we found out this week that, you know, people like what's his name, Tucker Carlson, don't even believe what they're saying.
Yeah, they
Like
didn't that time. They knew that they are
they knew. I mean,
uh,
just absolutely crazy. So, what are you seeing for the future of Fox News? Do you see them carrying on?
three cards.
One, two, three.
Ooh, Murdoch has a problem. He is so stressed out, and he has a weak heart,
Mm,
and he had already a divorce this year. He couldn't keep up with the ex-wife of Mike Jagger. Big ambition,
right, right.
Rupert Murdoch. So, and I see him being pulled. It's like in accident. They are pulling someone from the car, from the
Oh,
passengers.
interesting.
One second. It was actually driver's seat. So they will move him out from the driver's seat. So he is not going to be the main CEO.
So they have a change of leadership.
They will have to, and it will
Yeah.
be like emergency. And
Mm,
I think his health must, well, he is 80 something or 90 coming. So, it's not that he had a
true.
clean life like, President Carter. He was doing really
Right.
everything very well in life. He had a happy life. Murdoch didn't have a happy life. He was
Mm, true. He's very selfish.
yeah, and the third wife was cheating on him with president of ex-president, prime minister
Oh my gosh.
of England.
Ah,
Yeah,
it's like a soap opera.
Tony Blair. So
Oh
he
my
had
gosh.
to divorce her. His life was never easy task.
Right, right.
So
Mm,
I think he is going to be kind of move out, maybe heart attack real, or he will be moved out from the driving seat and taken to the, yeah, and that's what keeps him alive. He loves to work.
right. Yeah.
and he will feel very vulnerable, and the battle just started. So he will feel like everyone else will be taking decisions for him. He wouldn't know what to do. Maybe even his brain will stop working as good as it was.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, I think
That's
he's
what I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
when there is someone wounded, they are moving him out of the car,
Mm,
of the
mm,
driving seat, and pulling him out. That's what the vision was all about.
interesting. Yeah. So definitely a shift of leadership then.
Okay, now it's about for you
All
about
right.
Tucker Carlson.
Oh, geez, yes.
Will because Sister Shiba is asking, will it harm that McCartney gave Carlson access to all those January 6 security
Uh,
tapes?
so will it harm?
US.
Will it harm the U.S.? Okay.
Oh, everyone who was, how that will end up, because it was such an unprecedented thing that he did
Yes. Yes.
without consoling anyone. Like, I can do it because I won. Just a little bit, but I won.
Yeah. Really. I mean, obviously not okay. This is so dangerous, and I think we're going to be learning a lot in the coming days and weeks for sure. Things that we didn't know. So I think it's going to get a lot more interesting. But let's see here. Oh, interesting. I think I'm reading on Tucker Carlson here because he's the one that has them all, right? He's the one that possesses these things. Yeah, so it's him that I'm reading on. I think he kind of feels like the Hierophant, like he is, like this leader, and people look up to him, they worship him. But
Um,
all of his money's not going to be able to protect him. And with the outcome, I literally get the devil and the death card. And so I don't think it's like a literal death, but I think Tucker Carlson's career may actually be over. He's done these sinful, evil things. He's held on to things that he shouldn't have. And now we're about to see things unfold. I think it's going to become very interesting to watch the news soon. But I think this could be like the nail in the coffin for him.
I think this story, and about the lying about the elections, that might
Yes,
actually, he
that's
might,
it.
hopefully. Okay, now for me, question, please.
All right. So I will finish up. This will be my last question for you. Okay.
Okay.
Um, so Mike Pence is fighting the subpoena to testify about Jan 6. Do you think he's going to have to actually come clean and testify?
Please count to three.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know yet how to read that, but I see those little TikTok stories about animals, small animals that they love each other, they kiss each other. The little bird coming to the monkey, and the monkey is playing with the little bird. He was like that to Trump. He was such
Right.
a follower, such a. But I'm glad that he did what he did in January 6th.
Right.
But again, he will try to go back to his teeny weeny personality and do what they will tell him to do. He just doesn't want to lose Trump supporters.
True. True.
And, he is afraid of losing them. And he is lonely. and he's juggling
Mm,
with money even, and he has so many goals. None of those goals is going to be fulfilled. He has no chances to be a president,
no,
and
I agree with that.
yeah, so it is something.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, is Vladimir Zelensky's life in danger? Would someone try to assassinate him?
He's, I mean, he's had so many attempts already. Seriously, I mean, he must have some major protection from the other side, you know? He must have his
Unbelievable.
angels. I think there will be more attempts, but I don't think that they're going to be successful. But let's see here. Oh, literally. Oh my gosh. When I just said angels and the first card I pull up, here we go. Yeah, like he's being divinely protected. Um, he is the ruler, he is the emperor at the moment, in the situation. He is, I think, grounded, he's solid, he's what they need right now. And then here he is going off to like just smoother waters, being nice and safe and being okay. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was more attempts, but I don't think that they're going to be successful at all.
Okay,
Yes, thank goodness.
I know it was the last question, so I'm not going to pull too many. I was lucky to prepare enough.
I know. I mean,
Thank
there's
you
always
so
so much to talk about, with the news and with current events, and I
much.
thought at some point I'd run out, but we just don't, do we?
Well, now we will always have something to talk. I have a few more, but then I will leave it for another time, and hopefully we will have another time on my channel.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
So
So thank you so much for coming onto my channel tonight.
thank you so much, Diane, and take care of yourself. Be careful,
Thank
and
you.
you know, the things that I'm giving sometimes to my husband. I'm chopping garlic with honey and ginger,
Mm-hmm.
and 1 spoon with the honey is holding this. So in the fridge, I'm keeping this and giving him once in a while.
Oh, okay. Does
One
that help with
spoon,
your immune system?
it helps with your immune system. Ginger and garlic.
I love ginger.
Oh, I love garlic. I'm taking every day little spoon of garlic, of ginger powder. Ginger powder
Mm,
mixed with honey,
yep.
and it's holding me from my allergies. It's helping with my allergies.
Oh, that's good to know because I always have allergies, so that's good to know.
Last year I didn't have to take any allergy tablets, and they were making me
Oh, wow.
drowsy. I didn't
Right.
take them, and this is yummy. I'm taking tiny bit on a spoon each time when I'm feeling like I want something sweet.
Right. Oh, that's good to know. I will remember that.
So ginger powder, put
Okay.
2 spoons, and cover this with honey, liquid honey, and mix. And I'm not even putting this in the fridge because after 1 week it's gone, and then I'm making a new one.
I'm gonna have to give that a try. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
and thank you everybody for joining us on a Friday night. We both appreciate it, and we will see you all again. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much, your viewers, and I bet there is a lot
Yes,
of our
of
viewers.
yours. Yes. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.